Good morning, traders. It is 9:09 a.m., May 7th, Saturday morning. Having a little bit of a lazy morning, but I got my coffee here and I'm ready to go. Wanted to do a quick video today about how to exit a trade, or how to know when to exit a trade, and more specifically why I exited my SNA trade on Friday, and it actually ended up being pretty good because it rallied beyond when I exited, and so I ended up getting a good price for the day. I wasn't completely happy with it at the time, which is something that is not uncommon when you're exiting a trade at partial profit. You had high hopes for it, that it was going to be a full winner, and it wasn't. So if we look at the SPY, I want to look at the reasoning behind it. There's no magic formula. Those don't work in the market, or they do for a little time and then they don't. If you look at the SPY, orderly decline, pretty orderly decline. But if you're in a trade, generally you're watching it pretty carefully. So one of the things that you can look at is relative strength on any given day. So if against a relative index, or the correct index, most closely related index. So for the SPY, what I had been noticing with SNA versus the SPY is that it really, the last 3 days, had been outperforming the S&P 500. So I was kind of waiting for it, plotting. It broke the 200-day moving average here on the 3rd, and obviously I was like, okay, we got a winner here. This is a winner. It's gonna stay down below. The 200-day is gonna act as resistance. Well, the very next day we opened lower and then started to climb, which wasn't contrary, but as you can see, SPY ended up printing a doji, printing a very small bar, basically closed exactly where it opened, had a lot of play in there, but SNA ended up having quite a green day and ended up gaining on its previous price quite a bit. So right off the bat there, that's kind of that was my first sign that this may not be going that well. And I was thinking, okay, well, it's got resistance, or it's got support here, so it hit support and it bounced off. Hit support and got bought, and it got bought back above the previous price. The next day, however, you can see that SPY once again popped up, sold out, and closed exactly where it was before. And with SNA, we see it once again, and it actually touched the 200-day, sold off, but it closed once again higher. So at that point I was like, okay, that wasn't that bad, but it's something to be careful of. This is 2 days in a row that it outperformed the S&P 500, and obviously this is a short trade for me. It should be the trades that I'm going in because I think they're going to underperform the market, especially with short trades. Not only because shorting is so hard, not only does the market have to be selling off, you want whatever you're in to be underperforming as well. So it didn't. So then on the 3rd day, on Friday here, obviously opened really low because of the jobs number, and then once it hit that 204 resistance, it started getting bought. But at that time, it really wasn't. At the time that I got out, I think we were still down on the day, but SNA opened. It gained pretty quickly, and once it got above that 200-day moving average, I was like, I got to get out. I'm going to put on some other trades, and that's what I did. So just to recap, check out how your stock is performing to the upside or to the downside versus a correlated index. And if it's outperforming, consecutive days in a row, you might be looking at someone accumulating the stock, or someone coming in and consistently buying or selling over that period of time. And if that's the case, you might consider being out of the trade, because technicals, all that stuff. If a large mutual fund or Berkshire Hathaway or whatever decides, hey, we want to accumulate, that's going to prop up the price. Or if they're saying, oh, we want to liquidate our position, that's going to undermine the price. So you've got to consistently be watching when you're in the trade, saying, how is it performing versus the S&P, versus the NASDAQ, the Russell. How am I performing? What does it look like? And evaluate based on that. And don't be afraid to take a partial loss, partial profit. You shouldn't be afraid to do that, because there's always another trade. And so even if this could be a winner and turn around for you, if you've got other trades that trade ideas, then you can just go into them. So, all right. Hope that makes sense. You understand that. So I'm going to have a great Saturday, do some stuff around the house. God bless. Good luck. Good trading.